I'm going to go ahead and get started this morning.
I'm good. How
I
about
want to
you?
make a quick announcement. For those of you who have decided to check out this afternoon, the checkout time is 12 o'clock. We did try to see if it would extend it, but it is noon. So we're going to meet this afternoon. We check out by noon. Also, want to certainly welcome you all back to the second day of the retreat. For those who are participating virtually as well. This morning, we're going to start out with the agenda as printed. But as we go throughout the day, as time allows, we may escalate or move forward with other items in the agenda. If we have time that's compressed, allows us to do that. With that being said, for those of you who are watching at home, my name is Leonardo Brown, Richland County Administrator. And this morning, for a few minutes, I want to talk to all of you all that are present and virtual about what I look at as the state of the county. Give you just a brief overview of this past year in looking at the year before.
Recording in progress.
And we are being recorded. So now that we are being recorded again, my name is Leonardo Brown, Richland County Administrator here at Council Retreat, the second day. At this point in time, we're going to spend a few minutes talking about the state of the county from the county administrator's perspective. So to the Honorable Chair, Overseer Walker, Vice Chair Mackey, Honorable members of Richland County Council, both present and virtual, to our staff members that are here and those again that are virtual, I want to say welcome. I want to remind you that the annual council retreat offers us an occasion to reflect on the decisions that we've made, the works that we've performed, and the results that we've experienced over the past year. Equally as important, it allows us to analyze and learn from our past efforts and consider how best to set a new strategic direction for Richland County. You may recall that this past year, we committed ourselves to resolving a number of lingering issues that were plaguing the county. I certainly stand here this morning to say thank you to Richland County Council for tackling one of the chief issues, which was the transportation penny program. That being said, I'm also happy to say that through the efforts of county administration and county staff, we've also worked to address other issues before they get to the level of litigation. And so with that being said, I want to take just a moment to recognize a few folks from administration who really support me in the effort to lead the county. There will be our Assistant County Administrators, Dr. John Thompson, ACA Lori Thomas, Assistant County Administrator Eric Jensen, and to the County Administrator Shia Myers. Along with these individuals, we have a team of staff that really supports the efforts that we're trying to lead. And without their subject matter expertise, it would make my job much more difficult than it is. Because of their efforts, we're able to accomplish quite a bit this past year. Thank you very much. I certainly was not expecting that, but awesome. This past year, we committed to charting a new course for Richland County with the mindset that we want to be intentional in our actions. Throughout the year, we have taken steps to develop a strategic plan that will serve as a guide for our future actions. It will help us to be intentional in how and when and where we allocate finite county resources. The strategic planning activities of the council retreat this weekend, if you will, and the preceding planning retreat serve as tangible proof of our commitment to leading with purpose. Such leadership is needed when facing a time of crisis. As you know, this has been another unusual year with the global pandemic still raging abroad, in our state, and in our county. Many of our residents and businesses continue to face financial hardships, and the pandemic has had untold effects on the operations of Richland County government and will forever change the landscape of how county government operates. I want to remind you of some things that we talked about last year during the same time at the retreat. I reported at that time that the South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control have reported over 380,000 confirmed cases of COVID-19 and 6,000 COVID-19 deaths, with 31,000 confirmed cases and 400 confirmed COVID-19 deaths in Richland County. Today, those numbers sound like this. In South Carolina, DHEC is reporting over 1,056,287 confirmed cases of COVID-19 and over 13,000 COVID-19 related deaths, with over 110,000 confirmed cases in Richland County and over 820 confirmed deaths in Richland County. These reported numbers are a stark reminder of the prevalence of COVID-19 in our community. And why do we talk about that? Because last year, questions surrounding uncertainty in 2020 and 2021 seemed to dominate the landscape of how things would go. And in 2022, as we start this year, it seems like that could also happen. But it is in the face of this uncertainty that Richland County remains resolute in its commitment to improve the quality of life for its residents and to those that visit Richland County. Let's talk about how. For citizens, Richland County has maintained the same tax rate for the last few years, while seeking ways to provide improved and more efficient services. And Richland County has also participated in the U.S. Treasury program for emergency rental assistance. And through that program, we have been able to assist thousands of Richland County residents with roughly a total amount of about $20 million for rental and utility assistance. And we're continuing to pursue additional funding for that program. For community-based nonprofit organizations, through its budget, Richland County has provided financial resources to aid and support approved agencies in their efforts to provide direct support to county residents. For the tourism industry, Richland County has also provided funding opportunities to support marketing and promotion of Richland County as a destination place. For local, small, and minority businesses, Richland County has continued to provide grant funding opportunities to help those businesses to remain open, to maintain staffing, and to potentially recover some of their financial losses due to the pandemic. For schools, Richland County has, when requested, provided masks. For employees, Richland County has provided premium pay in the form of stipends to recognize the unique time that they have operated in related to the COVID-19 pandemic and the strenuous working conditions brought on by the pandemic. And in addition to providing these financial relief, Richland County government has focused on mitigating and reducing the spread of COVID-19. You may ask, how that happened, Mr. Brown? County Council, through its action, passed a countywide mask ordinance in July 2020. That ordinance remains in effect today, and it requires residents to wear face coverings to help prevent the spread of COVID-19. And to assist residents in complying with this, the county has acquired over 120,000 disposable masks and has given out roughly over 75,000, with more available. The masks have been distributed at various sites throughout the county on a first-come, first-served basis. Also, County Council has given funding for vaccine incentives to help encourage Richland County residents to get vaccinated. After previously hosting a testing site at the Columbia Place Mall in partnership with Prisma Health, Richland County hosted a mass vaccination site at Columbia Place Mall in partnership with the Federal Enforcement Management Agency, FEMA, with South Carolina Emergency Management Division, as well as with SCDA. And Richland County is currently hosting a vaccination and testing site at the Columbia Place Mall. Why is this important? Because Richland County this past year thought it was important to continue to foster partnerships. And Richland County has done just that. Additionally, council members have hosted and supported vaccination and testing sites throughout the county in partnership with Prisma, MUSC, and other elected officials and community partners. Partnerships have continued to be a bright spot for Richland County. Partnerships with nonprofit organizations continue to help get needed resources to individual citizens. Partnerships with the medical community continue to help us better inform the community about COVID-19 facts and what can be done to combat the pandemic. Partnerships with our law enforcement agencies continue to help us maintain public safety in these turbulent times. And partnerships with state agencies, the business community, and local governments continue to attract significant economic investments in Richland County. And with that being said, I want to pause here to recognize Director Jeff Rubel from the Economic Development Office. Through his and those of his staff, we have seen over the past 2 years some of the largest economic investment in Richland County. Recently, Mr. Rubel held an annual opportunity to communicate the success that Richland County has had through its Economic Development Office. And so if you want to go back and look at that, you can take a look at the county's website and see that information. And again, we appreciate the Economic Development Office for all of their efforts. We have made meaningful progress in our efforts to cultivate relationships. And I thank Richland County Council and all of the staff who have been instrumental in helping to repair broken and fractured relationships within our community. As I've stated before, this endeavor must not be taken lightly or viewed solely in the context of being a good business partner, but rather we must seek to repair and rebuild the broken relationships between Richland County and the public that we serve. And I can attest, standing here today, that Richland County has been hard at work in making this a reality. Richland County Council, through its actions, has approved moving forward with 2 impactful community projects. One, the funding for the building of a public safety complex at the Columbia Place Mall. And 2, the development of a plan to move the Department of Social Services and related entities to the Columbia Place Mall. These efforts demonstrate the county's commitment to revitalization and providing accessible resources to the county's most vulnerable residents. While the county has been working diligently to repair and rebuild its relationships with the public, there's an issue that threatens to overshadow the meaningful progress that we have made. That issue is trash collections. A significant number of residents have contacted county officers concerning this issue. They expressed serious concern about not having their trash picked up for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. Left unresolved, this issue has the potential to erode the public trust in Richland County that we've been working hard to repair. So what is my plan to address this? I'll be meeting with our contracted trash collection agencies that are not routinely meeting their weekly routes and convey that the county's desire to support local business does not mean that the county is satisfied with providers not meeting their contractual obligations. Nor does it mean that the level of service that they have currently provided affords them the opportunity to renegotiate in ways that benefit them to the detriment of the citizens that are not receiving the service. I'm asking council to support me in these discussions and asking you to be aware if you have questions about those conversations that I have with those entities, feel free to ask me. I will also be asking county council to support me as we look to review county ordinances and county policies that may be outdated with current county practices or desired future practices. This will allow us to have a synergy between what we say and what we do, creating a cohesive message, meaning that when we look at how our staffs perform services and we look at how our policies and our ordinances say we perform those services, that those 2 things match. And so sometimes when we go through practices today, we simply know that it's just been a matter of time since we reviewed those items. So look forward to to us bringing those things to your attention. Additionally, I'm going to ask for county council to continue to support the idea of an annual budget until such time that we're able to establish a structurally balanced budget. And in consideration of the information that we're going to receive from the strategic plan, I'm going to limit my request of county council until we're able to see the work of that plan and how they may form future recommendations. As you will hear from the financial report later this morning, the state of the county is strong. We continue to receive awards for financial practices. We continue to maintain a AAA rating. And we continue to have the type of organization that allows us to plan forward for large capital projects. I will conclude my remarks by saying that not only are we Richland County resilient, not only are we Richland County strong, but we are Richland County united. united in our purpose, united in our service to the citizens of Richland County, and united in our calling to serve. Thank you very much. That is your state of the county. I'll certainly take any questions from members of council at this time related to any items that I've addressed, or any items that you have questions about during this time.
Don't believe there are any questions, Mr. Administrator.
Mr. Chair, okay, I'm sorry. We have one council member. Yes, ma'am, Ms. McBride.
I'm sorry, Mr. McBride, I didn't see you.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Administrator, I like your last statement. And we've been looking for marketing issues and statements, but Richland County, resilient, united, and resilient, strong, and united is great. So I like that statement. So thank you. And it's true.
It is true. I feel that way. Thank you. All right, Mr. Chair. So later on this year, right around the time of the first council meeting, I will provide you these remarks in the form of a council memorandum so that they will be, I guess, codified and you can put them in the minutes so you can kind of keep track of this information. At this time, what we're going to do is about 9:30. So what we're going to try to do in between now and the time that our next group comes in, I'm actually going to ask for everyone to be excused. We're going to stop the recording. We're going to go into executive session and go ahead and have the county attorney's legal briefing between now and the time that Greenville comes in order to make good use of the time, because that next time doesn't start until about 10 o'clock.
That's good.
Is that okay, Mr. Chair?
That's fine with me, Mr. Brown.
Okay. So again, if I could ask all the staff to clear the room except for the county attorney.
Mr. Chair. Don't need a motion. So. Right. I know we can put it there.
Before you stop recording,
At this time, I will entertain a motion to go into executive session. Mr. Chair.
Second.
The properly second. Mr. Clerk, you have to take it. Oh, she has to take it. No, not doing executive session. Right. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Take the vote.
Go ahead.
There's a motion and a second, Mr. Chair.
That is correct.
Motion by who?
No,
Made the motion.
there's no discussion.
Made the second.
Right. There's no discussion.
Richard Barron.
Yes.
Barron. Hockey.
Yes.
Paul Walker.
Yes.
Joe Walker.
Yes.
Livingston.
Yes.
Ratio.
Yes. Yes.
English.
Yes.
McBride.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay.
County council just took a vote.
Mr. Chair, Bill Malinowski.
Malinowski.
Mr. Malinowski.
I'll vote yes, and just wondering if they're going to be able to put me in that room.
No, because unfortunately, Mr. Malinowski, the rules prohibit you from attending executive session virtually.
Oh, now we're going back to sticking to the rules versus what we did before. Okay, that's fine. Thank you. Maybe Mr. White can give me a brief later.
All right.
Yes, sir, Mr. Malinowski. We can make sure that happens, sir.
Appreciate the commentary, Mr. Malinowski.
Yeah.
So the council took a vote to go into executive session. That vote was approved. And so now we're going to ask to stop the recording. Council moves to executive. Madam Vice Chair, the council is going to executive session to receive legal advice